It has been a very long 11 days for many people in the local Iranian community, obviously. You among them, I'm sure, waiting to hear from family and loved ones. What have you been able to hear from back home?
First of all, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity, especially now that it seems the world turned their back to our pain. And about this blackout, it was horrifying, but the worst part is our fear has come to be true now. Whatever we were feared of after now that people are connecting to us, the news, the stories, and the photos are just terrible. And I could video call with my family and my dad yesterday in a few seconds, and my dad told me that everything is fine, but I saw that his hair has turned to white, like over
Really?
and white. Yes, and he's not old, and we talked just 2 weeks ago, and yeah, this is what is happening in Iran.
You have been through something like this before. You were actually arrested during the last wave of protests in 2022, those protests that followed the death of Masa Amini in police custody. What do you remember about being on the streets back then?
I remember brave, brave, like 16, 17 years old youth that even us, that we were like always on the street in every uprising. That time it was really weird for us seeing them that much bold and brave, and it seems they practiced many times to how to fight with the security guards and everything. This time again, it has started with them, and yeah, uh, I want to use this now and tell that I haven't heard from my friends that we
Mhm.
were always on the street together in uprising in front line, and I haven't heard, and they have gone like all black, even now that some people are connecting to us, and I don't know if they are in the morgue or in the cell.
Hmm. And so how does this current uprising, from what you've seen from here and what you've heard from home, how does it compare to 2022?
I think in the scale and in the diversity, it is incomparable. And in the crackdown too, in 2022, it was a nation they were fed up with everyday news of dragging women to the police station,
Yeah.
beating them, torturing them for the hijab. But this time it's everybody, every ethnicity, every class, men, women all joined together, and the scale is uncomparable with that time. And the motto too, yeah, like we chanted the woman, life, freedom. Now
Hmm.
it's just they want to bring down this regime altogether. And one of the most important difference between here and then, it's the bazaar,
Yeah.
the traditional merchant class of Iran. They never ever joined our uprisings in 46 years, but they are joining now. And this is something, this is the difference.
Well, now the street protests seem to have slowed down there. Some Iranian Canadians are looking for, some people are calling it a Venezuela-like option. They're waiting for the United States to perhaps intercede on behalf of the Iranian people. What do you think of that idea?
I have I feel what they are coming from, because it is whatever is people from inside asking us. Even yesterday they had this short window to connect us. They are asking us to ask the world to intervene. Because they are barehanded against military weapons, suppress and crack down. And they went to the street with their families. Now the regime has its narrative and propaganda about being terrorists and Mossad and everything that is completely false. So we are voice of them, and I have to elaborate this for the like my neighbor Canadian, my second home, that it is completely different matter with the Canadian situation with Trump. It's not about tariff, it's not about bargaining. As someone here and in my second home, I have been furious about Trump talking about this Canada being next state to
Yes.
America. But for Iran, it's the matter of survival. We have nothing. We've tried 40 years many times to bring down this regime, and we couldn't. We cannot do it by on self, by this just going to the street and with a stone. The biggest weapon that these people have is a stone that they haven't used it yet,
Yeah.
actually. So it is different, and Iranian are kind of fiercely proud people for their land and culture and ancient civilization. They fought 8 years against Saddam and Iraqi army, 8 years without giving up an inch of their country. They don't ask intervene in foreigner in like invasion lightly, when
Yes.
there is no choice. This is no choice, and this is not some old order and imperialism and colonization or something. This is people are asking for help.
It seems, though, that President Donald Trump is nothing if not transactional, and even if he were to, launch some sort of military operation or operation to unseat the current regime in Iran, do you worry about at what cost that might come?
uh, on the people, or
Yes, on the people and on the country of Iran.
so this it's not a very nice thing to say, but I'm talking because my friends and followers in Instagram yesterday, the photos that they sent me from their wounds and their stories, it's horrible, and they are saying that they are killing me. They
Yeah.
are killing us, like to we guess the supreme leader himself confirmed yesterday that thousands of people have been killed.
Yes.
So this is the first time, and we always multiply those those numbers to 5 or 4. Always in based on our experience. So they are already killing these people that have nothing to lose. It's like and people actually think that because they saw this Venezuela experience and
Yes.
Maduro, they think if like US and other countries want to intervene, they can do it like neatly, and not to bomb the people and civilians too.
And are you confident that it is something that could be done neatly?
No, no. As a war photographer, I was in the region many times in many wars in Europe, in Middle East. It's very complicated. I know what are the hesitation from other countries. I know that because Iran has its proxies. I know, but we have to find a way out of it, because Iranian people needs this. It's a matter of living and death,
Yes.
and we cannot bring down this cruel regime. And we say if Iran is not safe, we think world is not safe too. This is our problem. This is not just Iranian problem. And not only not Iranian are not disappointed, they are not desperate now, but kind of disappointed, feeling betrayal from Trump,
Yes.
and Western country. We are disappointed about our progressive people too. Me myself, like those people who always shouted for human right, and now they are
Yeah.
in completely silent.
Maryam, we have to leave it there this morning. Thank you so much for taking the time with us, and I'm sure we'll speak again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Okay, you take care. Bye bye now.
Thank you.
That's Maryam Mazrooei, who is a freelance journalist from Iran. She now lives in Vancouver.